So the question is coming that most of people used to ask that why Hindu goes to cremation, why they don't go for the bury. So many places this is mentioned that they have taken the reference of a book written by Abhinanand, something name like this. The it is started from the places like India. Okay, so as it was a very crowded place, so many people don't have the enough space, they don't have the enough land that they can bury the body, so they choose to burning the body, which was a very cheap way and very easy, because it was already a very green place, so they can cut the plant and they can put the wood and they can set fire and they can burn body and they can destroy. This is the first answer which I got. Actually, I completely do not agree with this, really. And what is the second answer? In second answer, some people say that since body is full with the bacteria and virus infection, so it is very compulsory to destroy, and burning is the best way to kill all the bacteria virus immediately. So people choose to burning the body. This is the second reply which I got. I also do not agree with this. You can say that somewhere it is scientifically proving that yes, burning is a good practice because it is killing a lot of bacteria and virus immediately. Since I also follow Sadhguru and I got the answer from him also, that he said even on that time there was not too much doctor, so people were not 100% sure that he's died or not died, like this. So our emotions, that is not easy to say the emotions that no, you are wrong. Sometime when we love someone and he's died, then it's coming from the inside that no, he will come back, no, he will come back. So since body is still there in the grave, so he was thinking like maybe he will come back, so they choose to burning the body, that you just immediately burn the body and all emotions is finished and we have to start a new life. This is the reply I got from the Sadhguru, so which I little bit agree that yes, maybe this is the reason. Because on that time if you say that we have a lack of space, so I do not agree. You know why? Because on that time there was not too much population. Because when this practice started, this practice is mentioned in the Rig Veda, which is already scientifically proven that that is the more than 10,000 years old. Do you think on that time the same population was there? No, on that time there was not too much population. So now maybe you are asking that you do not agree with this, you do not agree with that. My friend, you know that when you talk about the Hinduism is not about just following any people. Anyone will say anything and you just follow. It is about research. Like you can research by yourself. We are human, we are not so much powerful. When you see the lion, even the dinosaur, they all were very powerful, but human have controlled them. We were not so much powerful, but our brain is so much powerful that we can control them. So in the same way, God have given us the brain. We can ask the answer from ourselves also, we can get the answer. Well, this answer is not by myself. This is just a fact that why I do not agree with them. So there is the perfect reason, and it is a very clearly mentioned in the Rig Veda also, and even in the Garud Puran also it is a mention. So what is the main reason? That what is our culture? Our culture is that if we take something from the nature, so better we should return them. So our body have two part. One is the soul that we are speaking, that is our soul. The second thing is the our body. Okay, like I'm giving you one very simple example. When you say the electric wire in your house, this wire is a physically a metal. Maybe it's made with the copper or made with the aluminium. Okay, but electricity when traveling through the wire, can you see that electricity? That also called the electrons. Can you see them? No, you can't see the electricity. Sometime you touch the wire, there's no supply, you're okay. But in case there is a supply, there's a current, and you will touch, so you will get a shock. Why? Because there is the electricity. In the same way, one energy is living inside our body. That energy we call soul. Even in Hindi we call that Atma. So our soul, it is a mention in the Gita that soul never die. We cannot cut the soul, we cannot burn the soul, we cannot destroy the soul, because soul, it is not originated also. It is just changing the body, changing the physical place. Like you see the electricity. Electricity is generated when you go on the waterfall. The water is coming, water is falling from the top height. It is falling on the turbine. The water from the waterfall is falling on the turbine. The turbine is rotating. Now the rotating turbine will rotate the generator, and the generator will start electricity. And the same electron will come in our television, in our fan, and that electrons will produce some rays, whatever we want to see. And after that, same electricity will go inside the ground through the neutral wire. You see that whenever you when you see the plug of anything, any electrical appliances like TV or mobile chargers, you see there are two pin. One is for the positive and one is for the negative. Positive means the path where electrons is coming, where electricity is coming, and the second thing is neutral. This is the path where electricity is again returning back. In the same way, our body have a soul. It is coming from somewhere and it is going to somewhere. Our body is just a temporary source for this. So this is our soul, and we have taken this body from the nature. Okay, we have taken this body from the nature. In case a human being is died, now it's better we should return this body in the same form to the nature. Now the main reason of the burning of the body is this, that we want to return this body to the nature. Now the body is made of the 5 element. Now what 5 element is this? The first is earth. Okay, do you know that without the earth the human cannot survive? We cannot be alive without the earth. You can call it earth, or you can call it land, you can call it Vasundhara, you can call it Prithvi. Okay, the second element is fire. As we know that fire is also very important. Fire is the source of heat. Can you see the sun? You know, somewhere sun is burning too much. Sun is on the fire. That's why we are alive, because we are getting the light from that. So fire is very important. Even in all our work, fire is very important. Sometime you see that. Now we coming on the third element, that is water. So now you know, even the scientifically also proven that the 90% of the body part is made with the water. Even the Hindu mythology also call that body is made of the 5 element, and the third element is water. Whatever I am telling you, that is mentioned in the Rig Veda and the Garud Puran, which is 10,000 years old back. So just see this, that they were so much great people that they have written all these things. So first element was earth, the second element was fire, the third element is water, and the fourth element is wind. Now wind is also important. Why? Because we all need oxygen for the surviving. Without oxygen we cannot survive. Okay, when you go on the hill and there is a lack of oxygen, so human, they can die. So oxygen is very important, and where this oxygen comes from? Through the wind. So actually what happened, that oxygen is the purified things of the wind, but actually we call it vayu. When you in English, when you call this is, you can call it oxygen, but when you come in Hindi, so it comes on the vayu, which is also synonyms of the wind. English is little different from the Hindi. Everything you cannot convert exactly, but you need to catch the sense. So this Vayu is related to oxygen. So the fourth element is this Vayu, wind. So I told you four elements: earth, fire, water, and wind. And now there is a time of fifth element. The fifth element is the sky. This sky is very important for everyone. Even the rains are coming. Rains are coming through the sky. So all the grounds are getting the water. So I told you five elements which is very important for the body. The first was earth, fire, water, wind, and sky. This cremation is also related with the five element. And how this is related, now let's see. When we burn the body, first we are connecting it with the first element, which was fire. Okay, when we are burning the body, it is connected with the fire. Now this is the first element. Now when we going on the second element, when the body is converted into SS, so what happened when it converted into SS? So the cloud of SS going on the sky. So when the cloud from the SS is coming, they are merging with the wind. They are merging with the Vayu, which is the second element. Okay, the wind is the second element, and the SS and the clouds are merging with that. Now you will see that the SS cloud will go toward the sky. So now we are connecting with the third element. Then we collect all the SS of the body, not all, but some part of SS we collect little bit, and those SS be put in the river. Okay, now this body is now connected with the fifth element, which is water. And again this water will go and mix with the earth, which was already the fourth element. So now you say that we are trying to merge all the body part in all these five elements through this cremation procedure.